After 14 years of marriage, my wife said she was walking out with another man. I replied with a smile, "Tomorrow, you'll regret ever saying that." Karma took care of the rest. Lena's crooked smile used to stop my heart. It was late to reach her eyes like sunlight breaking through a storm, and for 2 years of marriage, I believed it shone only for me. We met in our mid-30s at an architecture firm, where long nights over blueprints turned into shared dreams of a simple life. Kids, a dog, a garden. Her elegance was understated, her confidence like a subtle perfume. When we married, she left her job to become a homemaker, crafting a life so perfect it felt like a painting. Lemon polish scented the air, dinners waited unasked, and her soft humming filled our home. I thought we were building something eternal. I was wrong. The unraveling began quietly, like wood rotting beneath a polished surface. We were trying for a baby, or so she said. Each month, her disappointment seemed genuine, her tears tugging at my guilt for not pushing harder. But her heartbreak wasn't about a child. It was about the man she was seeing behind my back. It was a late night when I saw her. A coworker, Mira, had dragged me to an impromptu dinner party. I texted Lena, and she replied sweetly, urging me to have fun. Thank God I married her, I thought, smiling at her words. But on my way home, walking the quiet stretch of Fifth and Dover, I saw her under an amber street lamp, laughing, her hand tangled with a stranger's. That smile, brighter than I'd ever seen, wasn't for me. My heart caught like a fishhook in my ribs. Hidden behind a bus shelter, I watched my wife glow for someone else, her joy a blade twisting in my chest. I staggered home, the world underwater. Every vow, every promise of family rang hollow. That night, I sat in the dark as she slept beside me, oblivious. The next days were a slow-motion nightmare. I noticed what I'd dismissed: password changes, new lingerie tucked in unused drawers, her sudden obsession with skincare she once called snake oil. Subtle, but damning. One morning, her phone lay unlocked, a rare mistake. My fingers moved before my conscience could stop them. Within seconds, I found everything. Texts dripping with intimacy, photos of her with him in hotel beds, sharing desserts, sun-drenched selfies from rooftop bars. The worst was a thread planning a spa weekend to celebrate 1 year together. I sat in our living room watching the woman I loved dissolve into pixels, whispering sweet nothings to another man. I was hollowed out, gutted. I didn't confront her. Instead, I hired a private investigator, Noel, who tailed her when she left for her visit with Tasha. At 7:42 p.m., he sent a photo. Lena poolside, wrapped in a robe, kissing the man from Fifth and Dover. I stared at it for hours, betrayal burning into obliteration. She wasn't my wife anymore, just a stranger wearing her skin. When she texted, claiming her card wasn't working, I replied, "It's not working because I disabled it. Ask your boyfriend to pay." Her fake confusion only sharpened my resolve. I began my revenge, cold and precise. Over weeks, I moved essentials, documents, laptop, heirlooms, to a storage locker paid in cash. The apartment we called home felt tainted. Her perfume sunk into the walls. I left an envelope on the dining table, divorce papers, screenshots, and a note. "I'm not the fool you thought I was, Leo." Lena returned to an empty apartment and called relentlessly. I let her torment build, her voicemails cycling from confusion to anger. When I answered, she blamed me, claiming I was distant. "Distant?" I said, voice like ice. "I worked late to fund your spa trips." She begged to talk, but I cut her off. "You deserve consequences." Next, I targeted Chase Dalton, her lover, a married tech executive with 2 kids. I met his wife, Charlotte, at her yoga studio, handing her a folder with photos, texts, and hotel bookings. Her face drained of color. "I thought I was crazy," she whispered, clutching the evidence. I walked away, knowing I'd lit a fire in their world. Lena showed up at my new place, disheveled, wearing my old hoodie-like armor. "Chase blames me," she cried. "You ruined my life," I replied, handing her a legal complaint for emotional distress and a letter from Tasha denying their meetup. She crumbled, but I felt no pity. Her tears were spent on someone else. My lawyer, Maya, ensured Lena got nothing. Our assets, condo, stocks, car, were in my name, and her financial misuse sealed her fate. I visited her parents, showing her father, Dale, the truth. He rubbed his face, muttering, "God damn." He believed me, his silence a verdict. Lena's life unraveled publicly. Friends shunned her, her former boss barred her return, and Charlotte's social media posts branded her a homewrecker. She emailed, begging for closure. I drafted but didn't send. You don't want closure, you want forgiveness. I'm not your priest. At mediation, Lena's excuses collapsed under Maya's evidence. The mediator called her actions cruelty, not neglect. Lena left with her clothes and the wreckage of her lies. I walked out free. Charlotte's letter arrived weeks later, thanking me for waking her up. She'd left Chase, started a business, and found strength. Her words were justice, liberation, not revenge. 3 months later, I settled into a new life. I ran mornings, attended therapy, reconnected with my brother, and taught night classes in architectural theory. One night at an Italian cafe, a barista named Eva smiled with honest eyes. "Rough day?" she asked. "Maybe someday I'll tell you," I said, feeling a spark of hope. Lena's final email admitted defeat. "You win." I didn't respond. I'd won, not by breaking her, but by rebuilding myself. Her betrayal erased the man I was, but destruction cleared the way for something stronger. I didn't just get justice, I got freedom, the kind that leaves no blood, only silence. And in that silence, I stood unbroken.